Ladies and gentlemen, in keeping with the custom of the Tewaaraton to honor the Haudenosaunee, or Iroquois people, it is an honor to welcome Justin Shapp, Deer Clan member of the Seneca Nation. Justin will give the Thanksgiving address, the traditional Haudenosaunee way to begin gatherings.
What I'm going to give is the Thanksgiving address, otherwise known as Ganonyok or Gaizonyok. And what I'm going to ask you to do is to do your own prayer in your own way. Da ona di ni gacha gwayo gwaya de yo ne na gano shap. Dwali nonyo gwego skeno heswonon donyo. Da ni hono ne ogwani goya. Da ona edwani nonyo Hojanok don Hogawe ne yuans a day. Dani honio ne ogwani goya. Da one edwani nonyo Hojanok don Hogawe ne onega nos. Dani honio ne ogwani goya. Da one edwani nonyo Hojanok don Hogawe ne hadion kion jagen. Dani honio ne ogwani goya. Dani ho edwani nonyo Hojanok don Onot kwa shat. Dani honio tene ogwani goya. Dani ho edwani nonyo hochinok no hotgawe ne oji again. Dani honio tene ogwani goya. Da one edwani nonyo hochinok no hotgawe ne ojiston da shat. Ne gayo da shon ko. Dani honio tene ogwani goya. Da one edwani nonyo hochinok no hotgawe ne wada. Dani honio ne ogwani goya. Da one edwani nonyo hochinok no hotgawe ne ganyo shon ne jide on shon ko. Dani honio ne ogwani goya. Da one edwani nonyo hochinok no hotgawe ne chohe gon. Dani honio ne ogwani goya. Da one edwani nonyo hochinok no hotgawe ne da ye win ye. Dani honio ne ogwani goya. Da one edwani nonyo hochinok no hotgawe ne hadion non jajes. Dani honio ne ogwani goya. Da one edwani nonyo hochinok no hotgawe indeka gekwa ne soeka gekwa. Dani honio ne ogwani goya. Dani honio edwani nonyo hochinok no hotgawe ne ojiston da. Dani honio ne ogwani goya. Da one edwani nonyo hochinok no hotgawe ne skanyo dayo. Dani honio ne ogwani goya. Da one edwani nonyo hochinok no hotgawe ne ge adion ya geonyo. Dani honio ne ogwani goya. Da one edwani nonyo hochinok no hotgawe hojagno o. Dani honio ne ogwani goya. Da one di ni gaja goya. Hey hoje dokes hotgawe oyo agugigon de yokwa de wen ye. Dani honio ne ogwani goya. Nyawe. And thank you. Welcome to the Tewaaraton.
Centuries ago, long before Europeans came to the shores of North America, a game was played by the tribes of the Iroquois Confederacy. The Mohawk called it Tewaaraton, later anglicized as the game of lacrosse. But to the Mohawk, the Algonquin, to the Cherokee and Creek, to the Sioux and Santee, lacrosse was far more than a game. It was a way to communicate with the spirit world. It was played in bad times as a way to ask the spirits to prevent or cure disease. It was played in good times as a way to ask the spirits to lift the hearts of its people. It was played to alter the weather, to honor those who had died, to achieve peace between tribes. When tribes found it impossible to settle a disagreement, they would play the game with the loser forfeiting the dispute. Tewaaraton, an instrument of peace, a way to forge a bond between a community and the spirit world. No wonder the Mohawk consider its origin a special gift from the Creator. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your MCs for tonight's 2018 Tewaaraton Awards ceremony. Sheehan Stanwyck Birch, a 2001 Tewaaraton Award finalist, is now in her 16th year broadcasting as a color commentator and sideline analyst for lacrosse and football. Sheehan was a 4-time All-American for the Georgetown University women's lacrosse team. She remains the Hoyas' career leader in goals and points. Joe Beninati is back again for the 7th straight year. He is a 12-time Emmy Award-winning play-by-play announcer for the Washington Capitals on NBC Sports Washington and was selected DC Sportscaster of the Year in 2014 and 2018. He voices college lacrosse action on the Big Ten Network and ESPN. As a lacrosse goaltender at Bowdoin College, Joe still holds the single-season record for saves. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sheehan Stanwyck Birch and Joe Beninati.
It's been a while since I've seen you in person. Maybe Ann Arbor, what's been keeping you busy?
Just life, kids.
Life,
yeah.
Kids.
Games, lots of games, great games, everybody this year.
Future goal scorers everywhere. All they need to do for practice to build their confidence is to shoot on me. I mean, we have some great goalies in the room tonight. We have some legendary goalkeepers in the room tonight. And like I said, anybody, anytime, the little ones, they want to go top shelf, just look at what they're shooting at, right? So you get back from Las Vegas at 6 in the morning, and I'm down a few shekels for sure, but I'm up one win, one very big, one very big Washington win. But that's an entirely different sport. We're not focusing upon that tonight, are we?
Well, except I've not been a hockey fan until this week when they told me depending on how the Caps did, I might be here alone. And if the game went into overtime last night, I would be here alone. So I was cheering for I've watched more hockey this last week than I ever in my life.
All I know is I described icing and offside to Sheehan in hockey by diagram before our show tonight. That to me is a sheer interest now. So
I like it, the icing. Right?
We'll be broadcasting together before too long. So many friendly faces, lacrosse lovers out there. Thank you for joining us. This is the 18th annual Tewaaraton Awards ceremony.
And Joe, we also want to welcome the viewers turning in to our live stream. Thank you all for joining us for this evening's event.
I promise you, I am not going to fixate on the infernal blackjack dealers who took all the money out of my pockets recently. I promise you I'm not, because I was thinking about our 10 finalists throughout the day today, and Sheehan and I got to know the finalists a little bit better this year by speaking to each of their parents. And this is what we found out about each of these special players.
I'll start with Sam Apuzzo. Daughter of Michael and Rosemary, Sam rode a bike at 3½, and Mom had initial hopes her only girl would be a ballerina. But that was never going to happen. She was an athlete from the start. Sam started as a soccer player, and when Bill Smith, dad of 2011 Tewaaraton winner Shannon Smith, saw her play, he said she had to play lacrosse. Mom said she is so proud of Sam, of her drive and her character on the field, but more so off the field.
Well done. Trevor Baptiste, son of Dina and Leon. It was Mom who was quick to thank Coach Bill Tierney for being such a great friend to her son. A young man who used to be so hard on himself. Dina said she's amazingly full of gratitude for all the hard work, the diligence, the commitment, the loyalty, the kindness that her son has exhibited. She couldn't ask for anything more. All these accolades are just icing on the cake.
Kristen Gaudian, daughter of Bob and Suzanne. Dad told me when she first started playing, all the parents would just cheer when someone would catch the ball, and that Kristen may or may not have scored on her own team running the wrong way, but it was obvious that she connected with lacrosse from the start. Mom said she loved seeing her put her soul into lacrosse. Dad's advice is to keep dancing. Keep that music in your head. Life is a dance and move through it that way.
Bravo. Justin Gutterding, son of Joe and Pam. It was his dad who told me Justin doesn't forget where he comes from and how he got here. He's grown and matured exponentially under Coach John Danowski and Coach Forty. I watch him do TV interviews and say, wow, that's my son. He's been a hard worker all his life, one who never goes out of his way to pat himself on the back. It's all about team.
Marie Mccool, daughter of Mike and Mary. Dad said she was always a competitor. When Marie was about 7, she came out to him after he had a full morning of working in the yard and was about to sit down. But Marie had been outside setting up an obstacle course with a bike, swing, and a tree and wanted to be timed. One round wasn't good enough. She wanted to beat it the next time and the next time. His words, there is no substitute for hard work. It is exactly what you, Marie, have demonstrated. If you keep your work ethic, everything will take care of itself.
Sure does. Connor Kelly, son of Mark and Penny. Mark and Penny revealed that Maryland was the last school that Connor chose to visit. Coach John Tillman told him, you have a home here. Penny said she's proud that her son was given a lot of responsibility and stepped up to meet it. While Mark explained it was Connor who wanted to keep the attention on all the others in this his senior year. He was thinking of everyone but himself.
Kylie Ole Miller, daughter of Chuck and Colette. Mom said that Kylie has always been so driven and was really good at swimming butterfly and volleyball, but remembered it really clicked with lacrosse in about 4th grade. She knew it was Kylie's dream to play at the highest level, but never expected how little girls would want to emulate her play and eye black and how much they looked up to her. She told me she was so proud of Kylie, and she knows Kylie enjoys the wins more than all the individual records.
Volleyball, middle hitter, you and me, middle hitters. Nice, good choice. Ben Reeves, son of Karen and Bob. It was Mom who admitted this is all pretty surreal. In high school, we all knew he was good, but never really thought he could be this kind of super. At Yale, he's blossomed into this excellent student. Where did all this come from, she said. Coach Andy Shays helped a young man who used to think he wasn't worthy or didn't belong embrace being a captain and a leader.
Megan Whittle, daughter of Jeff and Annie. Dad said she started playing lacrosse with her older brother's stick. He wasn't sure she would like lacrosse, so why would he buy a girl's stick? That quickly changed, and she was always working on her stick skills. Her speed was evident early in rec, especially when she would run, shoot, miss, get the ground ball, and repeat. The records are nice, but what he has loved the most is the way you celebrate ground balls, draw controls, and teammates' goals. His words of advice, find what you love and do that. Don't feel forced to do anything.
Last but not least, Pat Spencer, son of Donna and Bruce. It was Mom who mentioned back in 5th or 6th grade in Rhode Island. Coach Paul Hooper said, Pat has a vision for the game you cannot teach. Donna said that her son once told her, Mom, I'm not sure what you see in me. Then coaching mentors Bob Shriver and Charlie Toomey helped mold a late bloomer into the player and person of whom we are so proud. The Tewaaraton Foundation is proud to bring you the 2018 Tewaaraton Award ceremony presented by the Intercollegiate Women's Lacrosse Coaches Association, or the IWLCA. This award was created in the year 2000 by the University Club of Washington, D.C., and permission to use the name Tewaaraton for the award was granted by the Mohawk Council of Elders. Tewaaraton is the Mohawk name for lacrosse.
The University Club formed the Tewaaraton Foundation to preserve and honor the Native American heritage of lacrosse by connecting the rich history and culture of this unique sport to the game we play today. Please welcome the chairman of the Tewaaraton Foundation and our host for this evening's ceremony, Mr. Jeffrey Harvey.
On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Tewaaraton Foundation, it's a pleasure to welcome you to the 18th Tewaaraton Award Ceremony. Each year, we honor one of the 6 tribes of the Iroquois Nation, beginning with the Mohawk and followed by the Oneida, Onondaga, Seneca, Tuscarora, and Cayuga. 2018 is the conclusion of our 3rd rotation and thus the year of the Cayuga. The Tewaaraton Foundation is a charitable 501c3. Its mission is to celebrate excellence in the game, to honor the Native American heritage, and to give back to the Native American community. Your hosts tonight are the 35 individuals that make up the Tewaaraton Foundation Board. Over the last decade, we have become a national board. This year, adding former recipients and other icons of the game. They give their time, vision, and expertise to help us honor the origins of the game. Please join me in thanking this committed group of builders of this foundation. To begin, we want to take a moment to reflect on the loss of Dick Adele, longtime Army and Maryland coach who was the 2010 recipient of the Spirit of Tewaaraton. Dick will be remembered by all who played for him and all who had the pleasure of knowing him. Please join us in a brief moment of reflection and prayers for his family. Thank you. On behalf of our board, I'd like to recognize a few important partners. First, our presenting sponsor, the Intercollegiate Women's Lacrosse Coaches Association, or IWLCA. The IWLCA has a purpose to support the growth of intercollegiate women's lacrosse. We are delighted to have their support once again, and this year, as our presenting sponsor. We thank Megan Mcdonough, Vice President of the IWLCA, for being here with us tonight. We also want to make special thanks to Executive Director Gothard Lane. Please recognize the IWLCA. Next, our selection committees, chaired by Feffy Barnhill and Jack Emmer. These committees have grown and evolved over the years. What has remained constant is the diligence and care they bring to this selection process. Please join us in thanking all 36 of our selection committee members and the chairs of each committee. To our executive director, Sarah Aschenbach. Sarah has always put forth a passionate commitment to the foundation. We count on her to support our board, manage many events and meetings, and so much more. We are most grateful to the many friends that she has made for the Tewaaraton Foundation. Please join our board in thanking Sarah Aschenbach and also wishing her a happy birthday. To the University Club of Washington, D.C. The University Club is the founder and home of the award. Tonight, we recognize the club, and in particular, the immediate past president, Greg McGillivray. We have begun an important transition that will allow our foundation and charitable mission to truly flourish. This will shine a light on both the club and the award. We thank Greg for his leadership to see to it that our true purpose of this foundation be realized. Please join us in recognizing Greg McGilvery, the Board of Governors, and the University Club of Washington, D.C. Lastly, our 10 finalists. Congratulations on your outstanding seasons and this unique recognition. We bring you here to the Smithsonian Institution's National Museum of the American Indian so that you understand the culture, history, and heritage of the game that you all play so well. We hope that as each of you etch your individual legacies, that they are informed by the principles found in Native American traditions. To all of you in attendance, thank you for supporting our foundation, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. Now please welcome Tom Caruso, President of the University Club of Washington, D.C. Once again, the University Club is the founder and home of the Tewaaraton Award.
Thank you, Jeff. And again, welcome. It is a great pleasure to be here the second night in a row with this great group of people. Again, thank you. On behalf of the University Club of Washington, D.C., I am honored to be here at this magnificent event. The membership of the University Club created the Tewaaraton Award in 2001 with the spirit of our founder's vision of our club. Enter all ye who have a degree of good fellowship and learning. Fellowship, athletics, education have remained the cornerstones of the University Club since 1904. We are proud that our founder's legacy lives and has been embraced by the lacrosse community. On behalf of the club and the Board of Governors, I also want to acknowledge the club's membership, obviously Jeff Harvey, the chairman of the Tewaaraton Foundation, and in particular for the steadfast support and the great award over the last 18 years. Most importantly, we celebrate the accomplishments of all of the extraordinary athletes that are here in front of us. We are pleased that they're here. They have demonstrated the excellence in playing a sport with such a rich and important heritage. On behalf of the University Club and its members, thank you to all of you for being part of the Tewaaraton community. Thank you very much.
We are pleased to once again be here at the Smithsonian National Museum of the American Indian. The museum has been a host to the Tewaaraton Award ceremony now for 9 years. Our board would like to thank Executive Director Kevin Gover and his staff, who have been important partners to our foundation. We hope all of you have a chance to enjoy this wonderful display of Native American history and culture. Please now welcome Andrew Lee, Trustee of the Smithsonian National Museum of the American Indian.
Honor, celebration, inspiration. These words represent the very core of the Tewaaraton Foundation, and they capture the spirit of this evening as we gather to recognize the luminaries of the Creator's game. These three words, honor, celebration, and inspiration, also serve as the cornerstone of the National Museum of the American Indian. This is a place where we honor the rich complexities of indigenous histories and cultures, where we celebrate the incredible contributions Native peoples make to our societies. And it's where we can come to quench our thirst for inspiration on how we can do better as individuals, communities, and nations. There is no more fitting place to host this evening's ceremony. So thank you for joining us at the National Museum of the American Indian. As Haudenosaunee, we're told that the very first lacrosse game was played between the winged creatures and the four-legged animals. This lacrosse origin story teaches us some vital lessons. It shows us the power of diversity, that everyone who wants to play this game has something valuable to offer, whether you have the toughness of a turtle or the agility of a deer. The story also highlights the importance of creativity, as we learn from the birds, who found a way to give wings to a mouse and a squirrel, and in doing so, gained prize teammates who could now fly. And significantly, this story reminds us of the transformative nature of lacrosse, which is a gift that binds us together and nourishes our mind, our bodies, and our spirit. To the incredible women and men we recognize tonight, thank you for honoring the Creator's game. We celebrate your outstanding accomplishments. And we hope that through your play, and more importantly, your service to others, you will continue to inspire future generations to pursue their dreams, just as you have. This is a responsibility that is fitting of your achievements, and we know you will deliver. Nyawe Skeno, thank you for being strong.
U.S. Lacrosse is the national governing body of lacrosse and a valued partner of the Wharton Foundation. The U.S. Lacrosse, Tewaaraton, Native American scholarships are presented annually. To introduce the honorees and present the scholarships, please welcome Steve Stannerson, CEO of U.S. Lacrosse.
Thanks, Jeff. I'm honored to be here tonight to recognize the 2018 Tewaaraton Native American Scholarship Recipients. U.S. Lacrosse is grateful for the opportunity to support such an important aspect of the Tewaaraton Foundation's mission. I'd also like to extend my congratulations to tonight's Tewaaraton finalists. It's been a great pleasure watching each of you, and I want to thank you for helping to inspire future generations of lacrosse players by being exemplary ambassadors of our sport. U.S. Lacrosse and the Tewaaraton Foundation share a belief in the power of lacrosse to enrich the lives of those who play. Our 10-year financial commitment to the foundation affirms our shared reverence for the sport's Native American heritage and celebrates our commitment to preserving the sport's history as we continue to pass the game forward. Tonight, we recognize two outstanding young Iroquois student athletes who exemplify the best of our sport. Each will receive a $10,000 college scholarship, $5,000 a year over the next 2 years to support their continued education. It's now my great pleasure to introduce you to the 2018 scholarship recipients. Our first honoree is Ivy Santana, a citizen of the Seneca Nation Wolf Clan who resides in Bucktown, New York. Ivy is about to graduate from Lakeshore High School, where she is the senior captain of her varsity lacrosse team. Her teachers describe her as a very well-rounded student who balances school with a challenging extracurricular schedule that has included 2 sports, basketball and lacrosse, internships, participation in her school's prestigious Academy of Business Finance, and community service. Ivy believes that the game of lacrosse has helped provide her with a successful path to be the hard worker, role model, Indigenous woman, and student that she is today. Ivy will attend and play lacrosse at the University at Albany this fall. Please join me in congratulating Ivy Santana. Our second honoree is Lyle Warrior, a citizen of the Seneca Nation who resides in Perrysburg, New York. Lyle is about to graduate from Gowanda Central High School with a New York State Advanced Regents Diploma. He's a 2-sport varsity athlete, lacrosse and cross country, who was described by his cross country coach as exceptionally gifted. Lyle is also an excellent student, known for his active participation in classroom discussion, as well as his role as a youth representative of the Seneca Nation. He believes that lacrosse has changed his life, made him a better person, and he hopes to spread this message to younger generations through coaching and teaching. Lyle intends to study physical therapy at Houghton College in Western New York this fall. Please join me in congratulating Lyle Warrior.
Lyle, wait right there. We'd just like to get another photo of our scholarship recipients together. And while we're at it, we can give them another round of applause. Thank you both and congratulations. And now it's time to present the Tewaaraton Legends Award. There were so many great players in the years before the Tewaaraton Award was created. The foundation wanted a way to recognize players prior to the year 2000 who would have won the Tewaaraton Award had it existed when they played. As you can see from the slide, past winners are an amazing group of truly great players from the pages of lacrosse history. 2015 recipient Brad Kotz and 2016 recipient Candace Finn Roca are with us here tonight. Please give them a round of applause. This year, we have the pleasure of honoring two more great players from the past. Up first is a Hall of Famer from Temple who once led her team to a perfect 19-0 record.
In small-town Pennsylvania, a lacrosse star emerged. Mandi O'leary was practically born with a lacrosse stick in her hand. She was a standout student, an all-American athlete at Springford High School, where she played field hockey and lacrosse. Mandi's impressive resume earned her a scholarship to Temple University in 1985, where her lacrosse career flourished. O'Leary was always the hardest working athlete on the field. She was a four-year starting midfielder for the Owls, able to attack, score, and defend. Mandy became a three-time All-American and two-time NCAA Midfielder of the Year. Her college career reached a crescendo in 1988 when she led the Temple lacrosse team to an NCAA championship victory with a perfect 19-0 record. Mandy was awarded the NCAA MVP and was Lacrosse Magazine's Player of the Year. O'Leary was a smart, effective leader, both on and off the field. Graduating magna cum laude from Temple was just the beginning for Mandy. After college, she was an integral part of the U.S. national lacrosse team that won 2 World Cups, while simultaneously launching her coaching career at Yale. O'Leary was inducted into the National Lacrosse Hall of Fame in 2005. 2 years later, Mandy made the move to the University of Florida. As head coach, she jump-started their brand new women's lacrosse program, turning it into the national powerhouse that it is today. Her Gators have won 121 games since 2011, the second most of any D1 program in that time span. A celebrated player, coach, and leader, Mandi O'Leary has proven time and again that she is a true Tewaaraton legend.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Hall of Famer Sue Stahl, one of Mandy's former coaches at Temple University.
Good evening. I am honored to present this Legend Award this evening. I recruited Mandy for Temple from Springford High School. I knew of her father, Lonnie, who coached wrestling and football for Phoenixville High School. And I had read about and I had seen his teams compete. So I figured that I definitely needed to see his daughter play as a potential student athlete for us. Some people I talked with questioned recruiting her, as they said that she was so aggressive in her play. And she was out of control at times, evident by the yellow and the red cards she was awarded. After watching her play, I felt that there were no worries at all. It was just a matter of maturation and refining her skills and improving her mental take on the game. The hardest part was convincing Mr. and Mrs. Moore that Temple should be her choice for her collegiate career. Mandy came to Temple, and she had an immediate impact with both our field hockey and our lacrosse programs. She was a 4-year starter and an All-American in both sports. That's impacting a program. Mandy was very coachable, and though she may have been somewhat stubborn, as an only child can be, she continuously improved as a player. She was always listening and learning and implementing new things as a player. She played center, and she was a major asset for us at both ends of the field. She always joked that she was way too slow, but her anticipation, her purpose of movement, her ability to think 2 and 3 steps ahead of everyone else enabled her to be in the proper position as needed. If an opposing player needed to be shut down, Mandy did it. Mandy was a great leader for our Temple teams. She made them compete. She was also a leader in the fun department. Surprise, surprise. She kept them loose, and she never passed up a chance to laugh at herself as well. Mandy was an integral part of 2 of our United States World Cup gold medal runs. Whether making the interception, getting the free ground ball, getting a needed turnover on defense, or assisting or scoring the crucial goal, she performed these consistently for us. Mandy was the epitome of an all-around, full-field, great individual and team player. In my opinion, Mandy was one of, if not, the most complete athlete that I had the privilege and pleasure to coach. Through all the years of our relationship as a player and a coach, as a coach and a coach, and as a person, the thing that I most value from Mandy is her friendship. It is my honor to present to you the 2018 Tewaaraton legend, Mandi O'leary.
Thank you, Sue. I appreciate you sharing this wonderful evening with me. I'm extremely honored to stand before you and receive this prestigious award. Congratulations to all the other award winners and nominees. I would be remiss if I did not mention the passing of Coach Dick Adele. With his infectious smile, laugh, and love for all things lacrosse, he is truly a legend and will never be forgotten. Sadly, the lacrosse community also lost 2 family members in Julius Arcona, a University of Colorado women's lacrosse player, and Jackson Roberts from Furman University. They both had a profound impact on so many people, and their legacies will certainly live on. As I began writing this speech, I realized the impact of role models contributed to the successes within my own career. As a role model, it's a person who is looked to by others as an example to be imitated. It is something that comes in all shapes and phases in our lives. The youth of today often look to entertainers and professional athletes to find their role models. I, however, never needed to look any further than my own home. At the age of 8, my father gave me my first lacrosse stick, and after some trial and error, I was hooked. Countless hours in the driveway with my dad, his baseball glove in hand, he showed me the value in perseverance and hard work. Every Sunday, our family began the ritual of trekking to the local field to shoot and practice the fundamentals, as my dad liked to call it. This, of course, led to my mother having to retrieve countless errant shots from the woods, while my father continued to throw ball after ball my way. Through their dedication to my improvement, no matter how many sore arms and how many cases of poison ivy were incurred, my first role models paved the way for me to play for Temple University. It is at Temple where I was blessed to encounter 2 more incredible role models in the shape of my coaches, Tina Sloan Green and Sue Stahl. Tina was able to mold a group of diverse individuals into a family. She was able to instill upon that family many worthy life lessons. While winning was important, nothing was more valuable than the teammates who stood beside you on the field. I think I can speak for all of my teammates in saying that we are better people today because of her guidance and her leadership. Sue Stahl, she was an amazing and extraordinary motivator, a true player's coach. She held us to the highest standard and pushed us to levels and achievements we never thought possible. I cannot imagine playing for anybody else because of the profound impact she had on me, not only as a player, but more importantly, as a person. Tina and Sue were responsible for providing me with the next set of role models in the form of my Temple teammates. I was lucky enough to be surrounded by amazing women throughout my 4 years. I had the luxury of having teammates a year or two ahead of me, like Kathleen Geiger, Jackie Neary, and Chrissy Poplowski, who set the standard for what Temple lacrosse was all about. My classmates, Kim Shiraka, Maria Durando, Gail Cummings-Danson, Barb Hicks, and Denise Barrasso, just to name a few, were equally as influential. They dedicated themselves to making the people around them better, both on and off the field, and that is their legacy. I am forever grateful to have a lifetime of memories shared with my Temple family. However, my lacrosse family did not end at Temple, but rather continued to grow at the national team level, where I was fortunate enough to play beside the best of the best in 2 World Cups. Jessica Wilk, Jenny Ulala, Maggie Vaughn, Karen Peterson, Sue Heather, and Jill Johnson were not only teammates, but people whom I still turn to today for advice and friendship. What an adventure we had. I could not imagine sharing those memories with any other group. So while I thank you for this incredible award, I want to thank all of those in my life whom I know I would not be here without you. To my parents, thank you for your guidance and love. I could never put into words how much you mean to me. Thank you to my family, Kevin, Madison, and Ryan. You're the love of my life, and I'm so lucky to have you by my side. And of course, thank goodness, you love the sport of lacrosse as much as I do. This event and its commemoration of the creator's game makes me think of all those role models, past, present, and future, who bring a love for the game of lacrosse out in all of us. So I look to you, the 10 Tewaaraton nominees. I want you to know that you are role models to teammates, to siblings, and future generations of lacrosse players who one day hope to be in your shoes. Someday, somewhere, there has been or will be a little girl, a little boy who looks up to you. And I believe that admiration is certainly well-deserved. I implore you to leave this building and carry with you the pride of the creator's game, the infectious smiles of those who have come before you, and the passion and love that will fuel your friendships and memories for, trust me, centuries to come. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mandy. No poison ivy backstage, but plenty of pizza. I hope I use my napkin properly. Folks, tonight's second Tewaaraton Legends Award, yay, goes to a goalkeeper who earned National Player of the Year honors not once, but twice.
In the 1970s, there was a promising goalkeeper in Levittown, New York, by the name of Larry Quinn. Starting at a young age, Larry's vigor, work ethic, and talents laid the foundation for his incredible lacrosse career. During a scrimmage in Quinn's senior year of high school, a scout from Johns Hopkins noted that Quinn could play in a tuxedo without getting it dirty, and the rest is history. Quinn attended Johns Hopkins University in 1982, playing varsity keeper. Leading the team from the net, he helped the Blue Jays to the NCAA championships all 4 years. Larry's junior and senior seasons rocketed him to superstar status. Starting all 28 games in his final 2 seasons, the Blue Jays attained a 27-1 record and secured the championship title 2 years in a row, with Quinn as the MVP in both championship games. In both seasons, Quinn was not only awarded Goaltender of the Year, but also became one of only 3 goaltenders ever to achieve National Player of the Year, and he earned it twice. Larry's save percentage records at Johns Hopkins still stand today, over 3 decades later. After his college years, Larry went on to win 3 more championships with the U.S. national team and was inducted into the National Lacrosse Hall of Fame in 2000. Today, Quinn still has an intense competitive drive. After 28 years of practicing law, he went to work for a client as president of a produce and seafood distributor in the Baltimore, Washington area. And in 2016, he returned to his alma mater, where he is Johns Hopkins volunteer assistant coach, passing on his deep knowledge and passion for lacrosse. The mighty Larry Quinn was poised and patient in the goal, and a true competitor, earning his keep as a Tewaaraton legend.
Not enough O's in good to describe his game. I mean, I wish I could have been 1/100th of the goalie that Larry Quinn was. To present the Tewaaraton Legends Award, please welcome Bill Tierney, Larry's friend and former coach, the current head coach of the University of Denver men's lacrosse team.
Thank you, Joe. I'd like to thank the Tewaaraton Foundation for this wonderful occasion to present the 2018 Legend Award winner, Larry Quinn. Family is an important word in the world of lacrosse, and it's certainly the Tewaaraton ceremony highlights that fact. From 2001, when my son Trevor was a finalist, to nominees and finalists from my Princeton and Denver families, and to now have the opportunity to introduce a great family friends as this year's legend is quite humbling. Levittown, New York was built in the 1940s for soldiers returning from World War II, looking for a suburban refuge. Coincidentally, the Quinn and Tierney families became great friends as they were situated around the corner from one another in this new world of policemen, truck drivers, and baby boomers. In the fall of 1973, I landed a teaching job at St. Bernard's Elementary School, where Larry Quinn was a 5th grader. In 1976, when my beautiful wife Helen and I got married, Larry and his brother Robert were altar boys in our wedding. In 1980, I became the lacrosse coach at my old high school. And the best part was being reunited with the Quinn brothers, especially Larry as our goalie. In 2 years, we accumulated a 36-6 record, with much of that attributed to Larry's skill, poise, and ability to stop lacrosse balls. Since we only had one goalie, in practice, Larry would often have to play both ends of the field, running from one goal to another. In his senior year, we sadly lost in the county championship to a bad coaching decision on my part on how to defend fast breaks, and I never thought he'd forgive me. Fast forward in Larry's senior year, Henry Ciccarone, the great Johns Hopkins coach, made him the first big-time recruit from Levittown Memorial High School. The next fall, Larry enrolled at Johns Hopkins and launched his legendary career. Once again, our lives would come together in his senior year at Hopkins, when somehow Larry convinced new head coach Don Zimmerman that he should hire me as his assistant. That spring, we went on to win the national championship, which was Larry's 2nd consecutive title, with a convincing 11-4 victory over Syracuse. Once again, I had some astute coaching advice for him, telling him that the great Brad Kotz always shot to the far side of the goal. Well, when Kotze scored on the inside pipe, one of the first shots of the game, Larry looked at me basically saying, "You're not going to cost me another championship, are you?" Thankfully, I didn't, and he was named MVP of the NCAA title game, and for the 2nd straight year. He followed that up with 3 world championships. The numbers are glaring, but the person shines brighter. I've had the blessing of being Larry's neighbor, teacher, high school coach, college coach, and friend. Those who saw Larry play and those who coached or played with him all knew they were witnessing the greatest ever. And now, a true Tewaaraton legend, Larry Quinn.
Thank you. Thank you to the Tewaaraton Foundation. Congratulations to the Scholarship Award winners, to Mandi O'Leary, to the 10 finalists, and my heartfelt gratitude and appreciation to the parents of Wells Crowther for raising a selfless young man who embodied the best lessons that lacrosse can teach, and then some. I want to thank my parents, John Quinn, who passed away 9 years ago, my mother, Mercedes, who's here tonight. Together they raised 10 children and still found the time to always be there when they were needed. At 92, my mother is still going strong. Mom, thank you for all your love and support. And if my mother has not yet told you that I am her favorite, don't worry, the night is young. And to my siblings, 8 of 9 are here tonight, and my sister is watching the live stream. Thank you for sharing this evening with me. To my nieces, nephews, sisters-in-law, brother-in-law, friends, teammates who are all here tonight, thank you as well. Special thanks to Bill Tierney for years of friendship and guidance, and for encouraging a then skinny kid from Levittown that he could play ball at the highest levels. I learned a lot about lacrosse and life from him over the years. But I was always blessed, I was really blessed to have coaches that were Hall of Fame coaches, a really unbroken string from my 11th grade year through out college and also through 8 or 9 years of club lacrosse. Bill Tierney, Henry Ciccarone, Don Zimmerman, Tom Postel, Arlie Marshall. But I want to give a special thanks tonight to Jerry Pfeiffer, who was my goalie coach. He's a Hall of Famer in my book. He taught me nuances, technique, mechanics about playing goalie, and I fought him every inch of the way. Thank you, Coach. Now, you saw and heard my record and the awards, and those were achieved because I was fortunate enough to play at Hopkins with great players and great teammates and have great coaches. Now, time doesn't permit me to name everybody, but a few deserve special mention. My dear friend John DiTomaso, who always erased the other team's top scorer. The late John Krummenacker, a great player and teammate and a better friend. And one of the best big game face-off guys ever, Greg Matthews. This award is as much my teammates and coaches as it is mine. In the book Outliers, Malcolm Gladwell wrote that researchers believe that the magic number for true expertise is 10,000 hours. And I don't know if I achieved true expertise, but I'm confident that I played 10,000 hours of lacrosse. And I was lucky when I was around 11 or 12, my brother Robert and I, we would go to CW Post with my brother Chris, who was an attackman there. We got to be the ball boys, we got to back up the cage, just hang around the team. And at that age, being around college athletes is an eye-opening and boundary expanding experience. Really, remember, this is the 70s. My brothers, Christopher, Brendan, Patrick, Robert, and Michael, who all played lacrosse, and we would play catch out front or in the backyard, in the street. And that's where I think I got a lot of those hours in. And if I did play 10,000 hours, half were probably with my brother Robert, who was my teammate on a number of teams. And along with my older brothers, they shamed me into giving up baseball to play lacrosse at age 11. And growing up in a big family, you develop thick skin. And I think that helped me deal with the magnified highs and lows of being a goalie. My family were very tough critics, but bigger supporters, and I couldn't have achieved any of this without them. So thank you. A special thanks to my friend Sam Sheffalou and the doctors and nurses at Johns Hopkins Hospital. 2 years ago, I had a health scare that ended well because of Sam's evasive and illegal driving and the expertise of the Hopkins doctors and nurses. One of the advantages of going to a school like Hopkins is you get to know a lot of top doctors. And because of them, I'm able to stand here in front of you tonight. And I'm very humbled by this award. When I was at Hopkins, Coach Ciccarone had a sign in the locker room that read something along the lines of, "We'll be champions if we don't care who gets the credit." And we won championships, and I probably received more than my fair share of credit. But all I wanted to do was play, compete to win, and be a good teammate. And the friendships and bonds that I formed with my teammates while competing against them and with them every day to achieve a singular goal made it so much special and so fun. And most of my best friends and best memories are because of lacrosse. And for that, I am forever grateful that my brothers questioned my manhood for playing baseball. But as great as those awards and championships were, and in the case of tonight's honor is, the greatest blessings in my life are my wife Colleen and our 3 children, Claire, Nolan, and Eamon. I am most proud of being able to say I'm your husband and your father. Thank you.
Did I mention how good he is?
You did a couple times to me.
Larry, you deserve the credit. You really, really do. Trust me. Did I mention how good he is? Goalie, by the way. Love it, love it. Folks, our next award is the Spirit of Tewaaraton Award. And for this award, we look for someone in the lacrosse community who embodies the timeless values of courage and teamwork. Someone who's made a significant contribution to society.
As you can see on the screen, we have 11 past honorees, including our dear friends Richie Moran and Tina Sloan Green, who are with us here tonight. Please give them a round of applause. But tonight, our Spirit of Tewaaraton honoree was a man of extraordinary courage.
In 2001, Wells Crowther was an equities trader, working on the 104th floor of the World Trade Center's South Building. And at 24 years of age, he faced a choice that few of us could ever imagine.
It seemed as if there was no way out. And then there came a voice. They didn't know his name. They didn't know where he came from. But they knew their lives had been saved by the man in the red bandana.
Wells Crowther grew up just outside New York City with his 2 younger sisters. When he was 6, his father gave him a red bandana, and from that moment forward, a red bandana stayed with Wells, becoming much more than a handkerchief. Wells grew up a gifted multi-sport competitor, excelling at hockey and lacrosse as a varsity athlete all 4 years of high school. He applied a dedicated work ethic to his sports, which translated to every other aspect of his life. Following in his father's footsteps, Wells signed up to be a volunteer firefighter at the age of 16. By the time he was 18, he was serving the community as a fully certified firefighter. He developed a calm, composed demeanor under pressure. His sense of duty and caring for others became a trademark of his character. Wells' hard work during high school earned him a spot playing Division I lacrosse at Boston College. He worked his way up the ladder, becoming a starter his junior year. And on top of the demanding lacrosse program and rigorous economics workload, Wells was an active volunteer, helping underprivileged youth in the Boston area. After graduating, Wells moved to the Big Apple, where he landed a job as an equities trader. Though he loved his job, Wells felt that something was missing from his life. He needed to be helping people. He wanted to become a New York City firefighter. Wells was in his office on the 104th floor of the World Trade Center when tragedy struck. He didn't hesitate and sprang into action, helping those around him. Among the chaos, he became a voice of calm, of hope. Wearing his red bandana, Wells fought back flames with fire extinguishers, tended to the wounded, and led people downstairs to safety. he carried a woman on his shoulders down 17 flights, and after getting her to safety, made the trek back up those stairs to bring more wounded down. On that day, Wells stood side by side with firefighters and gave his last, saving the lives of 18 people who knew him only as the man in the red bandana. Today, Wells Crowther's legacy lives on. The Red Bandana Project and Crowther Trust are programs that fund scholarships, fundraisers, and charitable giving for those that exhibit the same qualities that Wells will forever be remembered by. His selfless sense of duty continues to inspire everyone who hears his story. An icon of character, calling, and courage, Wells Crowther is the true definition of a hero and will forever embody the spirit of Tewaaraton.
So amazing. Here to present the spirit of Tewaaraton to the Crowther family, please welcome Tewaaraton Foundation board member Tim Curry, who is Wells' teammate at Boston College.
First of all, I want to say what an honor it is to be here to provide some remarks about my teammate, my classmate, and friend, Wells Crowther. It's not easy to speak about a person whose life has been chronicled in book, in movie, on stage, and by the president. So I'll not try to recount his story as others have so beautifully done, as you just saw, but I will try to provide some more insights into his spirit and why he is the 2018 Spirit of Tewaaraton. Just as lacrosse is a gift from our Creator, so too was Wells and his spirit. Each day is a gift, and it's our duty to honor the Creator and our families and our friends with how we utilize this gift. That's easily said, but not easily done. As Boston College professor Michael Himes teaches and asks each of his students, why do you get up in the morning? What is your purpose? And how do you practice self-gift? And how do you promote this for others? Wells knew the answers to these questions. It is the answers that he provided to us through how he lived. He did this as a lacrosse player, a coworker, a friend, a son, a brother, and as a member of all of the communities that he embraced. Life provides many struggles, and our measure is what we do with these struggles. As well noted, when faced with the greatest struggle of his life, Wells rose to the challenge of the 9/11 attacks, and in a true measure of his love for others, he gave his own life. Love is something we've all experienced, but I'd like to focus on this word and break it down a bit to highlight why what Wells did was so telling of his spirit and why he is so deserving of this award. In Aristotle's Nicomachean ethics, something that Boston College students are familiar with, philia is usually translated as friendship or affection. This is the type of love that we have for our families, our teammates, our friends. Agape is used by Christians to express the unconditional love of God for his children. This type of love was further explained by Thomas Aquinas as to will the good of another. It is a selfless form of love and the effective willing of the good of another, devoid of self-motivation. This is the love that was at the core of Wells's spirit. It was the essence of his actions on 9/11. It is why each day when I wake up and I get dressed, I place a red bandana in my back pocket. It's that piece of cloth that represents my friend and the beauty of the gift that he taught us that fateful day by his actions. He learned this through the faith that he practiced as a member of Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He learned this through the example of his parents, Allison and Jeff, who sacrificed for him so that he could so he could embrace his love of the game and pursue his goals unfettered. It's the love that he learned from his sisters, Honor and Paige. He learned this from his teammates on the field as they gave their all for each other, just as our finalists have done for their teammates, and their teammates in turn have done by supporting them. He learned this from his coaches and the dedication they provided to develop him as a young man. And he learned this at Boston College, where the school's motto is men and women for others. It is our duty now to learn this from Wells. His spirit teaches us this important lesson. The Spirit of Tewaaraton Award is presented to an individual involved in the sport of lacrosse who nobly reflects the finest virtues exemplified in the game and who over the course of his or her life has made a significant contribution to society and to the lives of others. The example of Wells and his effective willing of the good of another that led him to offer his life to save others is a contribution to our lives that we must embrace just as we embrace the game of lacrosse and its gift from the Creator. He showed us how to live and how to love, and now we are challenged to try and live and love agapically as he did. It is my honor to now present the Spirit of Tewaaraton to the parents of Wells Crowther, who are joined by his sister and former Boston College women lacrosse player, Honor Fagan.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very special spirit presentation this evening. We would like to welcome Jeffrey Harvey and Andrew Lee back to the stage, along with Wells's former teammates, Julian Gould and Pat McCavanagh, for the presentation.
The board of directors of the Tewaaraton Foundation was so inspired by the courage of Wells Crowther that for the very first time commissioned the creation of a custom award that symbolizes the spirit of Tewaaraton embodied in this remarkable person we honor tonight. The sculpture, which incorporates representations of Wells' passions and service, was created by internationally renowned potter and sculptor Peter B. Jones from the Onondaga Nation.
Well, this is going to be hard to talk now. This is such an incredibly beautiful, special piece, and this whole evening and this whole event is wonderful for everyone, and we're so deeply honored. Our family is profoundly touched by this immense honor that's bestowed upon our beloved son, Wells. It's the spirit of Tewaaraton. And to have such a magnificent piece created by a member of the Onondaga Nation is just, it just moves me beyond words now. We're deeply grateful to Timothy Curry and the Tewaaraton Foundation for recognizing Wells in this very special way. Wells was introduced to lacrosse when he was 7 years old. 1 week after our family moved to Upper Nyack, New York, there was a knock at our front door. two very adorable, very polite 8-year-old boys, both holding lacrosse sticks, asked if Wells could come out and play. One of those boys was future Princeton All-American John Hess. Soon, Wells had a lacrosse stick in his hands as well, and there were nets at each one of our homes. The game was on, and it seemed that those sticks never left their hands. There were roving games from home to home and throughout the town for many years. Other neighborhood boys joined in the game too. Future Nyack lacrosse player, future Princeton lacrosse player, and Nyack High School All-American Julian Gould, who is here with us tonight. Julian, come step forward. And don't be shy, come on, we're very proud of you. Thank you. And his older brother Aaron were two of them. Developing his skills through the years, Wells played modified lacrosse under Coach Timothy Bracken at Nyack Middle School. He played varsity under Coach John Whisker at Nyack High School. And he went on to Boston College, where he played with Timothy Curry and Pat McCavanagh, who's also with us here tonight. Thank you, Pat, for coming. Under coaches Ed Moy and Dave Kernick. Wells also inspired his sister Honor to embrace lacrosse as well. She starred at Nyack High School and at Boston College 2 years after Wells arrived there. Wells loved the action, strategy, and physical challenge of the game. And above all, he was a team player. But Wells embraced more than just the competition of the game. His was a deeper connection. Wells appreciated and valued the history of the game. His imagination and soul were captured by the very special, ancient connection of lacrosse to the spirit and the culture of its founders, the first Americans. Wells treasured the strong brotherhood and bonds formed with his fellow laxmates, both at Nyack and Boston College. To this day, many of his former teammates and friends are devoted to Wells, his spirit, and his legacy. We are also very proud that our younger daughter, Paige, who could not be here tonight, married Jared Charbonneau, a direct descendant of Sacagawea. So now, through their son, Henry Wells, our family is connected in an even deeper way to the Native American people.
As Liz Taylor said to her 8 husbands, "Don't worry, I won't keep you long." A particular interest of Wells was in the weaving of the baskets of the sticks, which he wove with great care and artistry, and only with the leathers. He eschewed the nylon mesh basket. He served his fellow teammates and became the go-to for the sticks of other members of his team. In addition to being a team player, happiest when he was a midi and could play the entire field, he was ready to assist to the goal rather than make the goal. He always kept his eye on the bigger picture, the team prize, rather than the personal prize. At Boston College, Wells was proud to be a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, where he participated in a program teaching lacrosse to underserved youngsters from the Boston area. After graduation, Wells was thinking of becoming involved with Big Brothers and Big Sisters in New York to continue that work. Wells's training and experience on the lacrosse field, assessing and facing challenges fearlessly, his training as a firefighter with Empire Hook and Ladder Company No. 1, and his indomitable, courageous spirit provided Wells with the fortitude to face the unimaginable horrors of 9/11 and save at least 10 lives that horrific day. Again, we thank the members of the Tewaaraton Foundation for your great kindness in awarding Wells the Spirit of Tewaaraton. Our family will treasure the meaning and importance of this tremendously special recognition and honor for generations. Again, thank you so much, and congratulations to all of the awardees this evening.
Bravo, well said. As the son of a New York City firefighter whose dad was on the ground that day and thankfully was able to come home, I sure wish the same would have been true for Wells. Folks, it's almost that time. We are very close to the Tewaaraton Award presentations. First, though, please welcome Megan Mcdonough. She's from our new presenting sponsor, the IWLCA. She's going to be saying a few words and help with the presentation of our awards.
Good evening, and what a great event this is. Thank you to the Tewaaraton Foundation for bringing us together tonight to celebrate the best of our sport from the 2018 season. I am honored to be here this year and represent the Intercollegiate Women's Lacrosse Coaches Association as the presenting sponsor of the award. The IWLCA supports the Tewaaraton Foundation in its shared mission of honoring the game and celebrating the achievements of the student athletes who exemplify the highest standards of excellence. The 10 finalists here tonight are at the forefront of our sport, setting and resetting the bar for the game at the highest level of skill and athletic achievement. Having been involved in athletics most of my life, both as a player and as a coach, I know the hard work and dedication it takes to be amongst this special group here, commanding the respect and appreciation of everyone in this room. You have inspired and awed players, coaches, the media, the fans, and your impact on the next generation of young people will surely be part of your lasting legacy. Tonight we are here to celebrate you and the work you have done to elevate your team, your institution, and your sport through leadership, sportsmanship, integrity, and class. Congratulations on being named a finalist for the most prestigious award our sport offers. On this evening of celebration, let us not forget to thank those who are a part of your journey, your parents, family, coaches, teammates, and virtually all who contributed to your success and allowed you to chase your dreams. The IWLCA's mission is to promote growth and excellence in the sport of lacrosse. We are excited to partner with the Tewaaraton Foundation in supporting and celebrating the game and its top athletes. Thank you again to the Tewaaraton Foundation for having us here this evening.
Ready?
Ready.
Ready. All righty, folks. To appreciate this award, you need to know about all the work that goes into selecting the finalists. For several months, the selection committees are made up of current and former coaches. They create men's and women's watch lists. They begin reviewing countless games to narrow down the finalist field to just 5 men and 5 women. Please join us in thanking the selection committees for their dedication and their commitment. So once again, we are charged tonight with revealing the top male player and top female player in the nation.
But before we do, we have some past winners in attendance tonight. 2003 recipient, Rachel Becker DeCecco.
That's 1, 2, 3, that's 4 E's, at least 4 E's.
2010 recipient, Caitlin McFadden Phipps. And 2011 recipient, Shannon Smith.
You guys and your hyphens. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for these Tewaaraton Warriors.
In its earliest days, tribes used the constant running, the rough play, and the stick skills of lacrosse to keep their men strong, healthy, and prepared for hunting and for war. And from war, we see a warrior, a Mohawk native who sits atop the Tewaaraton trophy, captured in bronze as he dramatically surges to the front. With lifelike attention to detail, we see him in the competitive spirit and superior athletic ability of a champion. And today, we meet his equal, the winners of the Tewaaraton Award.
Okay, it's now time in our program to reveal this year's Tewaaraton winners. Let's start by taking a look at the 2018 women's finalists in action. It was so fun to watch, and they had amazing seasons.
From January to Memorial Day weekend, each of these 5 women asserted her own brand of dominance, making their teammates better and their fan bases proud. Among 66 watch list standouts narrowed to 25 nominees, they now belong in elite company. Here are the finalists for the 2018 Women's Tewaaraton Award. ACC Attacker of the Year Sam Apuzzo helped Boston College to a record-setting campaign that saw the Eagles complete the program's first perfect regular season, rack up 19 consecutive wins, and win the ACC regular season championship en route to the number 4 seed in the NCAA tournament and the NCAA championship game. The junior set program records with 163 draw controls and 88 goals and led the ACC with 129 points, while also pacing the Eagles with 41 assists and 31 caused turnovers. And NCAA All-Tournament Team selection, the West Babylon, New York native ranked 3rd in the nation in points and tied for 3rd in goals. She would be Boston College's first Tewaaraton winner and follow Sarah Manley, 2015, as the program's 2nd finalist. James Madison Attacker and CAA Player of the Year, Kristen Gaudian, led the Dukes and the CAA with 80 goals and 96 points. A 2-time first-team All-CAA performer, CAA Championship All-Tournament Team, and NCAA All-Tournament Team selection, Gaudian set single-season and career school records for free position goals, and also ranked 2nd on the squad with 79 draw controls. The senior from Fairfax Station, Virginia, helped James Madison to a program record 22 wins, including the CAA's regular season and conference championships, a school-best number 3 seed in the NCAA tournament, the team's first trip to the Final Four since 2000, and first national championship in program history. Gaudian is the Duke's first finalist since Gail Decker in 2004 and would be the program's first Tewaaraton winner. Returning Tewaaraton finalist Marie Mccool became the first player in conference history to repeat as ACC Midfielder of the Year, leading North Carolina to a 3rd consecutive ACC championship, the number 2 seed in the NCAA tournament, and a spot in the Final Four. A 3-time first-team All-ACC selection, the senior from Moorestown, New Jersey, led the Tar Heels with 35 ground balls, 23 caused turnovers, and 165 draw controls, while her 61 goals and 84 points are good for 2nd and 3rd on the team, respectively. The ACC All-Tournament Team performer also ranked in the conference's top 5 in goals per game and led the nation in draw controls. Mccool is North Carolina's 7th finalist and would be the program's first Tewaaraton winner. Stony Brook senior attacker Kylie Ole Miller capped off a record-breaking career, surpassing Tewaaraton winners Jen Adams and Hannah Nielsen to become the NCAA Division I all-time leader with 498 career points and 246 assists. Ole Miller paced the Seawolves' second-ranked offense with 157 points, 7.48 points per game, and 69 assists, all good for tops in the nation. She propelled Stony Brook to a 19-0 regular season record, a 6th consecutive America East championship, and the number 5 seed in the NCAA tournament, en route to the NCAA quarterfinals. The Islip, New York native netted her 2nd consecutive America East Offensive Player of the Year award, 3rd America East Championship Most Outstanding Player recognition, and was named to the All-Conference First Team for the 4th time. Ole Miller is a finalist for the 2nd time and would be the Seawolves' first Tewaaraton winner. Maryland attacker Megan Whittle leads the Terps and the Big Ten with 84 goals and 99 points, ranking 5th and 13th in the nation respectively. She scored a career-high 8 goals to lift the Terrapins to the team's 3rd straight Big Ten championship, claiming tournament MVP and helping the Terps to the number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament and a return trip to the Final Four. A native of Glenwood, Maryland, Whittle earned her 2nd Big Ten Attack Player of the Year honors to go with a 4th consecutive All-Big Ten team selection. The senior captain surpassed former Tewaaraton winner Jen Adams as Maryland's career leader with 294 goals and passed Temple's Gail Cummings for the 2nd most career goals in NCAA history. Whittle seeks to become the Terps' 7th consecutive and 9th overall Tewaaraton winner. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your 2018 Women's Tewaaraton finalists.
Please welcome back to the stage Jeffrey Harvey and Mandi O'Leary to help with the award presentation. Our first finalist is Sam Apuzzo, Boston College. Finalists, Kristen Gaudian, James Madison University. Finalists, Marie Mccool, University of North Carolina.
Yeah, baby.
I need to invest in a wedge.
Finalists, Kylie Ole Miller, Stony Brook University.
Go get him.
And finalist, Megan Whittle, University of Maryland.
Yeah. You and me both.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the female finalists for the 2018 Tewaaraton Award. Now I'd like to welcome back Megan Mcdonough back to the stage to announce the 2018 Women's Tewaaraton Award recipient.
Ladies, are you ready? The winner of the 2018 Tewaaraton Award is Sam Apuzzo from Boston College.
Wow. I would like to thank the Tuara Foundation for this amazing award, as well as putting on this amazing event. I've had great experiences, great 2 days. I would also like to congratulate the other finalists, both on the men's and women's side. Especially the women's side, I'm honored to be on the same stage as you. Especially shout out to Kristen and the JMU women's lacrosse team on their first national championship. It's amazing. Also, congratulations to the Wells and the Crowther family. Thank you for sharing his story and his character with the BC family, as well as the entire world. I would like to thank my coaches, Acacia, Jen, and Kayla, for giving me this opportunity to play at an amazing university. Without you, I would not be here. I would also like to thank Bill and Shannon Smith for guiding me to this place and helping my career. But this award really goes to my teammates. They push me, they make me better. They are the reason I'm up here right now. So thank you. This is for you. Lastly, I'd like to thank my parents. Thank you for your support and love. Without you, I would not be here. So thank you for all the hours we spent in traffic going to tournaments. It's really appreciated. I'm so grateful. Thank you again.
Congratulations, Sam. Congratulations to all of our women's finalists. It's now time for the 2018 men's finalists. Let's have a peek at them in action. Quite a group.
Over the course of an unforgettable season, we watched them pile up records, lead their teams to new heights, and stand tall when it mattered most. From 64 watch list contenders down to 25 nominees, their impeccable resumes rose to the top. Here are the 5 finalists for the 2018 Men's Tewaaraton Award. Denver faceoff specialist and returning Tewaaraton finalist Trevor Baptiste earned Big East Midfielder of the Year for a 4th consecutive season. The senior from Denville, New Jersey, ranked 2nd in the nation with a 74% faceoff percentage and 279 faceoff wins, while also collecting 163 ground balls, good for 6th in the country. The 2018 U.S. Men's National Team member, USILA First Team All-American, helped the Pioneers to the team's 5th straight outright Big East regular season title and the NC2A tournament quarterfinals. The USILA McLaughlin Award winner for the nation's outstanding midfielder, Baptiste set the Division I career record with 1,158 face-off wins and also ranked 2nd all-time with 644 career ground balls. Baptiste is Denver's 4th finalist and would be the Pioneers' first Tewaaraton winner. Duke attackman Justin Gutterding headlined the nation's number 3 offense, leading the ACC and the nation with 66 goals and ranking 2nd nationally with a program record 113 points as the Blue Devils advanced to the NCAA championship game. On a per-game basis, the USILA First Team All-American ranked 1st in goals, 10th in assists, and 3rd in points in the nation, all while shooting at an efficient 49% clip. The senior captain earned his 3rd All-ACC selection and was named ACC Offensive Player of the Year, passing fellow Blue Devil Zach Greer as the all-time leading goal scorer in NCAA Division I history, and ranking 5th all-time with 345 career points. A native of Garden City, New York, Gutterding looks to become the Blue Devils' 3rd Tewaaraton winner and is the program's 13th finalist. Big Ten Offensive Player of the Year and USILA First Team All-American Connor Kelly led Maryland with 46 goals, 36 assists, and 82 points. He helped the Terps earn the NC2A tournament's #1 seed for a 3rd consecutive season and advanced to the Final Four, while also claiming outright the Big Ten regular season championship. A unanimous first-team All-Big Ten selection and Big Ten All-Tournament team honoree, the senior midfielder ranked first in the conference in points and points per game, while leading the Big Ten with 4 game-winning goals. The Easton, Connecticut native became the first midfielder in Maryland history to record 40 goals and 30 assists in a campaign. Kelly looks to follow Matt Rambo as the Terrapins' second Tewaaraton winner and is Maryland's 3rd finalist. Yale senior attackman and USILA first-team All-American Ben Reeves captained the nation's second-ranked offense to the first undefeated Ivy League regular season in program history, the Bulldogs' first NCAA Final Four since 1990, and the team's first national championship. Reeves paced the Elis with 62 goals, 53 assists, and a program record 115 points en route to his second straight Ivy League Player of the Year honors. The 3-time first-team All-Ivy performer and Ivy League All-Tournament team honoree from Macedon, New York, led the nation in points while ranking second in points per game, goals, and goals per game, earning him the USILA's Enners Award for the nation's most outstanding player. Reeves, who was Yale's first Tewaaraton finalist as a sophomore in 2016 and is the program's all-time leading goal and point scorer, would be the Bulldogs' first winner. Loyola attackman and returning Tewaaraton finalist Pat Spencer was named Patriot League Offensive Player of the Year for the 3rd consecutive year as the Greyhounds took home the league's regular season and tournament championships en route to the NCAA quarterfinals. The Patriot League Tournament MVP and 3-time first-team All-League performer paced the nation's 6th-ranked scoring offense and the conference with 94 points and 59 assists, while ranking in the nation's top 5 in points, points per game, assists, and assists per game. The junior from Davidsonville, Maryland, set Loyola and Patriot League career assist marks with 166, and his 266 career points are already tops in league history. A first-team USILA All-American and Turnbull Award winner for the nation's outstanding attackman, Spencer would be the Greyhounds' first Tewaaraton winner among 4 finalists. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your 2018 Men's Tewaaraton finalists.
I keep shaking my head. We could take those 5 and put Larry Quinn in the goal. We could go to work. We could do just fine, I am sure. For the men's award, we're going to get Jeff Harvey and Larry to come back out and help with the presentation. 5 men anxiously awaiting to be introduced. Up first, finalist Trevor Baptiste, University of Denver. Take 100 draws against him, I wouldn't win one. Finalist Justin Gutterding, Duke University. That way. Kept hearing about this mustache and beard. I get a fresh shaven guy. Finalist Connor Kelly, University of Maryland. I called a rather ho-hum 10-point game of his against Notre Dame this year. Finalist Ben Reeves, Yale University. Coach Andy Shea says you're going to cure cancer one day. No pressure. Finalist Patrick Spencer, Loyola University. Not enough O's in cool. Ladies and gentlemen, there they are. 2018 Tewaaraton Award men's finalists. We are hitting the home stretch. I'd like to welcome Megan Mcdonough back to announce the 2018 Men's Tewaaraton Award recipient. Gentlemen, I know you are ready. Megan is as well. Please do the honor.
And the winner of the 2018 Tewaaraton Award is Ben Reeves, Yale University.
Thank you. I have a little list on my phone, sorry. Off the phone, yeah, I was going to do it on paper, but then I remembered I have a phone, so. So I really want to be quick and really want to get through this, but there are a lot of people that I really think are deserving of a proper thank you. Starting with the people who put this event on and the Tewaaraton Award Foundation. It's an absolutely incredible event, as you can see, and it's truly a joy to be here. Next, it's easy. It's my brothers, my mom and dad. I cannot thank them enough for all the support and love they've shown me throughout this whole process. Next, I'm going to take it back a little bit to my high school coaches who are both here tonight, Scott Welch and Joe Hill. The way they inspired me throughout my 4 years in high school and even before was absolutely incredible. Now, my coaches at Yale, Coach Shea, Coach Stimmel, Coach Bax, Coach Comp, Coach Espenshade, Coach Starr, Coach Newman, Coach TJ in the weight room, all of you guys are truly the best coaching staff in the country, and I could argue about that for a long time, and I'll never be persuaded. Oh, I lost my list. Next is all my teammates who make it look easy for me and who do all the work. Next is our incredible staff that keeps us all healthy on the field, our trainers, Pecora, Jay, Maggie, Dr. Gardner. Dr. Gardner's been absolutely incredible for me, doing some things that have really helped me stay on the field over these last couple of years. Next are our equipment guys that provide all of the equipment for us and do it without ever asking any questions, I guess. And that's Mike and Lou Dude. Our media guys who make us all look good on Instagram, on all the social media pages. All of our alumni, past, recent, and older, that have really built the program and turned it into what it is today and helped us win a national championship this year and really built that culture. Next, I want to thank Brian Riley and the entire Yale Lacrosse Association for all the work they do for us and all the fundraising they do for us. And the Yale administration as well, and our faculty advisory committee of athletics member or representative. I'm not sure of the official title, Bergie Howard. And then lastly, I want to thank Mr. Beckett, who is the athletic director for Yale for 24 years, and is now retiring this year. And the things he's done for me have been incredible. He pulled me into his office 2 years ago just to talk to me, who at the time just a lowly sophomore. So thank you very much, Mr. Beckett. And thank everybody for this incredible event. And I'm sorry if I forgot to thank anybody. I truly am, but thank you.
Hey, Ben, thank you for reminding me that I'm older than the past. I thought I was just old school, but that's older than the past. That's really old, by the way. Really old.
Let's welcome the two winners back to the stage. Give them another round of applause and a photo.
Congratulations to all the players, all the finalists, all the coaches, all the moms and dads, brothers and sisters. This is a lacrosse family, and you should all feel honored by being here tonight. We sure do appreciate all of your attendance, your kind attention. I always love being here with you. Ladies and gentlemen, another wonderful ceremony. I'm confident the spirit of Tewaaraton has been stirred within all of us. We hold this game so near and dear. I love hosting the program, and if I can check my old school watch, Ben, I'll be back again next year.
There. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations. Always a pleasure working with you.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful summer.
Yeah.
And now, but first, in keeping with tradition, we will end tonight's program with the traditional Haudenosaunee closing speech, thanking everyone for their participation and bringing the ceremony to its official conclusion.
Justin Schapp, dear clan member of the Seneca Nation, will do the honors. I'm hoping to begin my summer with a parade. Have a good night, everybody.
We're going to shake things up just a little bit. I want to congratulate the two winners of the Tewaaraton Award. I'm not used to speaking Mohawk. I'm used to speaking Onondaga Goeno. But for this, I'm going to ask you to speak a little Seneca with me. We have a word called Nyawe, and I'm going to ask you to say Nyawe. Nyawe. So when I get done, I'm going to say one sentence. I'm going to thank the creator for the gift of lacrosse. Tewaaraton, you guys say that word. We say Dewa'io in Seneca. So thank the creator for the gift of lacrosse. And now our minds are one. So then you say Nyawe. Nyawe. Thank you for the show.